Call this meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Being recorded live for CNET's YouTube channel. First up, public comments. Is there anything on or off the agenda that anybody would like to come and speak about? Nothing in particular. All right, hearing none.
I thank the road crew for the great job that they've done. This weather has been horrendous.
Yep, they have. Thank you. First up, approval of the minutes. Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes of January 23rd, 2025?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion by the board? Call for the question.
Were the minutes corrected to reflect what happened at the 23rd meeting? Or was that not, there was no reason to correct the minutes? Or does it reflect everything that happened? Well, the consent agenda issue.
The minutes reflect what happens, not,
Okay, yeah, that's what I
Not
was,
what should
that's what I was
happen.
asking.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, all right.
all right, call for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Next up, consent agenda. Ratification of the bills list for 1/22/25 through 2/04/25. General Fund, $33,187.92. Open Space Preservation Fund, $722. Park and Recreation Fund, $489. The State Highway Liquid Fuels Fund, the amount of $2,711.83. Do I hear a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second?
Moving second, any discussion by the board? Call for the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion approved. Next up, to rescind the January 23rd, 2024 consent agenda approval for the purpose of removing and voting upon the alternate appointments only. Do I hear a motion to rescind the January 23rd, 2024 to make the changes?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Call for the question. Signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. Next up, I'm going to appoint an alternate to serve on the Upper Bald Eagle Halfmoon Cog. Do I hear a motion to have somebody serve on the Upper Bald Eagle Halfmoon Cog?
Nominate Patty.
And I nominate myself.
Okay, so we have two nominations,
This is for alternate.
alternate
Yes.
position.
Okay.
All right, I guess we can start with Patty first. Do I hear a motion to appoint Patty to the nomination?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed?
Aye,
Nay.
or nay, whatever you say.
I have a question, Dave.
Sure.
Should we have a discussion, or is there allowance for discussion?
Yeah, we can have a
After motion
discussion.
is seconded?
Certainly.
Okay. I just
We can
wanted,
still have a discussion, so let's have a discussion.
okay, I just wanted to point out that for 2.5 years, I was the representative of the Upper Bald Eagle Halfmoon Cog, Representative of Halfmoon Township on the Upper Bald Eagle Halfmoon Cog, and we made a lot of strides there, and we had some serious problems to deal with, one of which, of course, was the EMS, issues with the EMS becoming insolvent, and the other one was problems with budgeting. And I think in the 2.5 years, we've established a real good relationship with both the EMS and the fire company. And the EMS now has a regular budgeting process. They are working. Their operation is working well. Of course, they're going to have budget issues. The main issue has always been staffing, but they have a solid plan and a solid program and significant or sufficient funding. The same goes for the fire company. And we received letters from both last year that demonstrated their appreciation. They were both satisfied with their budgets, and they looked forward to working with us again in 2025. I just wanted to point out that the 2.5 years, there was a lot of work done and a lot of progress made. And I don't think that should go unsaid. So I wanted to point that out. No matter what we do tonight, I just wanted to point that out.
I agree. The solvency of the ambulance company has been a major item for the people of Halfmoon Township and the community, and I am so glad to see that they are up and running. They got a new ambulance, and thanks to Amy and her hard work with their grant and staff and everybody that worked on it has done a tremendous job. All right. Next up, appoint an alternate to serve on the Open Space Preservation Board.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair.
Yeah,
We had a vote on Patty's the alternate. Did we vote a majority in favor?
I think we did, but
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
what do you have on there?
Patty, Tammy, and you.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I didn't hear it. Thank you.
Appoint an alternate to serve on the Open Space Preservation Board. Who's the regular person?
I am.
Patty is, right?
I would nominate Tammy.
Got a nomination for Tammy on the Open Space Board. Do I hear anybody else that would like to
I
serve?
would like to nominate myself for that.
Okay. All right, so we have two nominations. Do I hear a motion to appoint Tammy for the alternate on the Open Space Board?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Moving second. Any discussion? See here. Does anybody want to say anything on their behalf one way or another before we vote?
Well, I think with any board, I think there needs to be sometimes an alternative viewpoint on things. And I see that not occurring in a lot of the committees, a lot of the organizations, even a lot of municipalities that I've been involved with as member of the COG and as chair of the COG, and many of the committees of the COG. And I think it's always a good thing to have varying viewpoints, and sometimes even opposing viewpoints, because it causes discussion and it causes debate, and it helps. It forces people to defend their positions. So I think that kind of situation is always the healthiest. So that's just my opinion on it, but I just wanted to throw that out there.
I'll just say that this year on the Open Space Board, we are really focused on permanent preservation. Our meeting last night was canceled due to the weather concerns, but we do have a clear path forward this year and we're gonna start working on that in March. So we're really looking towards permanent preservation and working as a team and trying to come up with the best way to use the funds and to permanently preserve property that's under lease and also a primary concern to the township. So,
And Mr. Chair, I'll just add that I think the open space preservation program has benefited the township a great deal in terms of preserving farmland, reducing development, keeping it rural. I think the move towards permanent preservation, again, is a benefit for all. One, it moves everything to permanent preservation, but two, it also opens up the funding route for additional land, because certainly there's additional land that's yet to be preserved in the township. So that's definitely gonna open up some doors for some additional land that can be preserved and again, keeping the rural character of the township.
Well, Mr. Chair, I just have one other comment.
Sure.
That's well and good. I want to see a financial analysis that demonstrates that a 2 mil tax and this program and its current balance, that the long-term plan for this program is sustainable financially, and I have not seen that. So, and I've attended the meetings and I've asked the questions. I believe we need an independent review of the financial forecast for the program, and we have not had that. So that's something I'm going to continue to ask for, and you know, if it's viable, if it's sustainable, given the plan, we're already in contract, so it's not like we're going to end the program, and I don't think anybody's advocating for it anyhow. However, I do want to see if we're going to go to permanent easement buyouts in addition to the leases we already have. I don't believe it's sustainable. So I'd like to see an analysis of that done, you know, as a taxpayer, if nothing else.
We have all that in forecasted. We've showed that multiple times, that converting leased property to permanent is a
And
huge
who-
benefit.
We're getting outside
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
purview.
but I'm just
That's
saying that I want to see that.
You can see it
And-
anytime you'd like.
Well,
Fred
I
has
haven't
it.
seen an independent review, so, an impartial review.
All right, well, I'm going to call for the question on the nomination of Tammy Perkins to be the alternate for the Open Space Board. Call for the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ms. Perkins, welcome to the alternate.
You asking for opposed?
Oh, opposed.
No.
Okay, one opposed. All right, next up, appoint an alternate to serve on the Center Region COG Facilities Committee, and I would nominate Ron Cervello, if he would be willing to.
I'm not interested.
You're not interested?
Nope.
Nothing COG, huh?
Okay. I will nominate Tammy.
Do I hear any other nominations? All right, got a nomination for Tammy Perkins. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion by the board? Call for the question. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
No.
One opposal. Next up, ratify and confirm approval of all other items of the January 23rd, 2024 consent agenda, the bills list and backhoe sale, et cetera.
Move to approve.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion by the board? Call for the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, next up, Resolution 2025-11, Personnel Policy Adoption. Do I hear a motion to approve the resolution? I'll make that motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded. I think Patty seconded first. Any discussion by the board?
Mr. Chair, I need to sustain from this one.
Okay. All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Abstaining?
Sustain,
One abstention.
whatever you want to say.
Next up, township reports. Does anybody have anything, staff have anything to add? Nothing to add.
Nope, just I'll second Diane's comment, to commend the road crew for keeping up with this multitude of inconsiderate weather. Thank you.
Authority boards and committee reports. Anybody have anything to add? I hear a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I hear a second. Moving second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thanks for coming tonight, folks.